Okay, so I was just saying before, I'm very excited about this recipe, and it's really funny because I shared it with my team and no one else went off about it like I did. But I just think it's really cool because you're using everything and you're cooking a whole lot of things at the same time. So it is all about, it's prepping, it's cooking ahead. But there are various elements which you can use in different ways, and I'll show you partway through. I've got a little collection on Cookie Do of different recipes that you could use these components in. So as I said, I'm very excited about it. So I hope it's exciting for you guys too. And we'll get going. So the recipe that we're going to make, I'll come down into my thermos, is. Never remember the name of it, so I'll get it up on the screen, then I'll tell you the right name. Here we are, prep ahead, layered chicken, eggs, and salmon. All right, and as I said, lots of different recipes that you can use these different components in, so I'm very excited about it. All right, so we're going to start with some onion. Now, this is an interesting thing about this. So there's so many ways you can adapt this recipe. You can just do the recipe straight as it is, but you can do some little twists to it. So basically the basic thing is we're going to have a bit of stock in here. We're going to have chicken in our simmering basket, and then in the varoma, at the bottom of the varoma, we're going to have some eggs that are going to hard boil, and the top of the varoma, we're going to have some salmon that's going to steam. So you get all those different components. Fan going up, I don't know, that keeps falling off, and you can use them for different things. So the chicken, I am going to, after it's cooked, I'm going to shred it and put it in a Vietnamese salad. So that is going to alter what I put in here. So I am doing the onion, so I'll pop that in first, and I'll tell you the little extra bits I'm going to add. So I've got my onion. I've got 1 garlic clove here. And then it says to chop that up. Now, the extra bits I'm doing, because what I was really thinking about doing with this Vietnamese salad is there's a coconut poached chicken salad, and it is sort of a Vietnamese theme. So I had a look at that to see if I could do the stock for that in here and cook everything. But it's coconut milk, and it doesn't go to varoma temperature. It does steam the chicken in that recipe, but it steams it for longer. So because I wanted to specifically to do this so I can show you how you can cook all these different things, I am just adapting this recipe. So what I've got here is it's lemongrass. Think of that for a minute. What I've done is I've bruised it. So with lemongrass, it can be quite stringy. So I have bruised it, and I have then chopped it in here. And the reason I've chopped it in here, because I still find even in the Thermomix, it can be a little bit stringy. So I do tend to just chop it up, as, reasonably finely before I put it in. That's probably about the only thing I do. But so that's going in. And the other thing I'm putting in, which would have been in the coconut milk, is kaffir lime leaves. Now, I can just pick these up at the supermarket, and what I do is I get a container of them, and then I just put them in the freezer and I pull them out when I need them. Okay, actually, I'm not going to put that one in, sorry. Take that out first. I'm going to do chopping first. I'm not going to chop those up. So, 3 seconds, speed 3. So, tell you what, didn't chop at all. I don't think speed 3 is not enough to chop. I'm going to put it up to 6. Okay. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's better. That's what I wanted to see. All right. So, and I guess you could leave the bits bigger. And the other thing it does suggest in the tips for this recipe, so just a reminder, if you want to look at tips, the 3 little dots here. So so Jenny's just picked up her Thermomix. She hasn't actually used it yet. So a few little tips to learn here. So these 3 little dots, we click on those, we go recipe detail, and we go down to the bottom, and it will actually give you the tips and things in here. So it says add as a variety of ingredients such as chili or ginger to your poaching liquid to give it an extra flavor boost. So, and that flavor is really only going to go through to the chicken because that's going to block the rest of it. So there's some other ideas in there, but we'll keep going. So, so you can absolutely make it more of an Asian type thing, or you could just get, you know, traditional herbs out of your garden, you know, thyme and rosemary, things, and put it in there and do that sort of stock. All right, 800 grams of water. Oh, 821 grams of water, that's fine because it's just steaming anyway. Oh, right. Now I'm going to put my kaffir lime leaves in there, and I'm going to put in my chicken stock paste. So this is the Thermomix made chicken stock paste. So I always have the veggie stock in my fridge, and I always have the chicken stock in my fridge. I have made the meat stock once, and honestly, I really didn't use it very much. And I think you can substitute anything, this with anything. This or the vegetable stock paste. You can put in any recipe where it says meat stock. So I'll literally
you just use the you just leave that in the fridge. You don't freeze that one?
No, that's because that has lots of salt in it, like your other stock. If you freeze it, it's not going to freeze.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You could put it in there. It's not going to freeze anyway. But no, I do just keep it in the fridge. Okay. Okay, so here it's saying 2 to 3 sprigs of fresh herbs, which obviously I'm not doing because I'm doing the more Asian style thing. Now I'm going to insert the simmering basket, and I have weighed my chicken in. So it was chicken thigh fillets, because they will say that chicken thigh fillets are a bit tastier than the breast, and it said to cut them in thirds. So I have done that. That is going in with the hinge of my simmering basket's going to be at the front here. So I'll just turn that up a little bit more. Okay. So it's just gone in there. My hinge is there. So I've got my skinless boneless chicken thighs. I've done that. Season with salt and pepper. I actually haven't done that, but that's all right. Now I'm going to put my lid back on. And it says place the varroa dish with 8 whole eggs in it. Well, I'm only doing 4, but you know, you can obviously decide how many you're going to do, but I've just got 4 in there. Put the varroa tray on. Oh, didn't see it said line with baking paper, so I'm not lining it with baking paper, which just means I'm going to get some, oh, maybe I should line it with baking paper. Otherwise, it's going to mess up my stock a bit as that drips through. So what I'll just do is I'll just take those off. Just see, I've got a little bit of baking paper. This is my tub of used baking paper, so I'll just try and reuse something from here. This will do. And you can get, and I actually do have, because I earned them, you can get actual specific bits of paper to line your varroa that are varroa shaped. But what I'm just going to do is put this under the tap, let it wet. Try that. And then I've wrung it out, so I've just squeezed the water out. The reason you do this, so one, this is going to stop all the fishy stuff going down to make my stock fishy and chicken. And the reason you do that, you wet it, is so that the steam gets through quicker. All right. So it says to put 4 pieces of salmon fillets on that. Really, it's whatever's going to fit on your tray. They're quite big pieces anyway. And there's only 2 of us at home now, so I'm just putting 2 in there. Okay, secure the varroa lid. Basically, that's going to go on for 15 minutes. So we'll get that one, leave that one doing its thing there. All right, what other things that I have to say on here? Yeah, so with your chicken, I don't know if, Robin, you've made the cauliflower and chicken soup, but that's a really good one. And what it suggests in there is that you could sprinkle some spices over your chicken. So I could have put if I wasn't going for the whole Asian flavour, I could have put like a taco seasoning on there. I've got a Caribbean curry powder that I've made. I've got a Mexican seasoning. So any of those sorts of things you could just sprinkle on, and it gives that a little bit more flavour. So that's, yeah. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next thing. And this is actually nothing to do with that recipe, but I need to make this, so I thought we might as well show you this as well. So my my job sharing receptionist has her birthday tomorrow, and I said to her, oh, you know, will you have a cake? And she said, no, we'll only have a cake if I make it. So if she made it herself. And I'm going, no, well, that's no good. And I know that's the one thing I insist on for my birthday is having a cake. So I said, well, I'll make you a cake. So I'm going to make the whole orange cake, and I have started it because you do have to cook the oranges first. Orange and almond cake. Start cooking. So I've done this bit. So basically this is just saying, put a litre of water in there, and then you're going to put your 2 oranges into the simmering basket. Place 2 whole oranges in the simmering basket, ensuring they comfortably fit and don't obstruct the hole in the mixing bowl lid. So just be mindful of my lid. Then they were fine. So you just got to make sure that it doesn't just obscure that, because there is meant to be air going through and circulating. Okay, put the lid on, and literally, so I did this. I woke up really early this morning, and I came out here and I just put this on. So they were done by 7 o'clock this morning. So basically 45 minutes, and I love this because otherwise I'd be having to keep an eye on it on the stove, and I'm really not interested in doing that. So just literally put them in there and turn to speed 2, and they cooked. So then I remove I'll show you how we do this anyway. Removing the simmering basket with the spatula and set them aside. Emptied the mixing bowl. I have preheated my oven. I have greased my tin and lined that. And I have, here are my oranges all cooked. So I have taken the tops and the bottoms off the oranges, and actually there were no pips in there. So that was really easy. Very nice of the oranges. Clean and dry the mixing bowl. That is done. Now, 250 grams of almonds. So I've got my almonds here. Okay, it's a little bit over. Know me by now. Robin knows me by now. That's near enough, is close enough. I'm putting the lid on, and I'm going to make almond meal. 10 seconds, speed 9. So almond meal, when you purchase it, is a lot more expensive than your raw almonds. So this is a much cheaper way of doing your almond meal. All right, and I love this because some recipes you make your almond meal and you have to take it out, and that's easy too. But I mean, there it is. Wow. And all that will just scrape down from the sides there, so you might just loosen that up anyway. Okay, and then I'll keep adding. So I've got 250 grams of caster sugar. Now, in a lot of cakes, I actually decrease the amount of sugar that goes in, but with an orange one, they can be a little bit, I don't want it to be bitter at all, so I am going to put the full amount in. Unless it's for somebody else, I better do the right thing here. Okay. 3 eggs. So I broke my eggs before, so I've got 3 eggs in here. Okay. Pretty easy, isn't it? 1 teaspoon of baking powder. A bit of a guesstimate with a dessert spoon. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. That's gluten-free baking powder. Dessert orange segments. So I showed you those before. They're going in. Pop the lid on. 20 seconds on speed 7. There you go. Pour into prepared tin and bake for 45 minutes. How easy is that? Back a little bit.
That looks amazing, Mandy.
Isn't it incredible? And really, it was 45 minutes of cooking the oranges, so skin on and everything.
Yeah.
And then 45 seconds to mix that up. And I'll pop it in the...
Have you made that one before?
Yeah, I have. It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's really good. My husband's favourite.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to put that in there. So always scraping down to the bottom when you're nearly out of stuff and going in a clockwise direction so that your spatula goes on the rounded side of the blades, not the other side of the blades. All right, so you can see I've got a bit left there around the blades. I saw a question on Facebook the other day and they're saying, I can't scrape out around my blades. Well, everybody who's been watching me will know what we do next. Robin?
Turbo.
Yes. All right. So I'm just going to hit the home button there. I'm going to swipe to turbo. Hit that. Remembering always with turbo to let the lid unlock, you have to come back to the home button or swipe the other way. So otherwise the lid does not unlock. There we go, clean blades. So I will scrape the rest of that out. It's the best tip, that one. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put that in the oven, 45 minutes, okay. All right, now we'll come back to the recipe. Oh, my a whole lot of gurgling going on here with my the varoma on top, sitting on top there. Bubbling away, varoma temperature, creating steam. That's good. All right. So basically with the cake, it cooks for 45 minutes until a wooden skewer inserted in the center of the cake comes out clean. Then you allow the cake to cool in the tin for 5 minutes and then transfer it to a wire rack, although I'm not sure that I will, because the next thing you've got to do is make the sort of sauce, I don't know what you call it, whatever it is that goes over the top that soaks into the almond cake. So to me, I can't see the point of taking the cake out of the tin and putting on something where it's all going to dribble off and you're going to waste it. So I will leave it in the tin. But I'm going to just grab out another bowl. Okay, and we're going to put in, just did the juice of one orange because that's all I've actually got. So I'm hoping that's enough. Pop that juice in. Oh, there we go, it's got plenty. Be a nice juicy cake. 80 grams of caster sugar. To do this on the sly and quiet because my husband's marmalade. he'll come. He'll actually no, he's not eating a lot of toast at the moment, but otherwise he'll come to it and go, "What's happened to all my marmalade?" And unfortunately, he's not benefiting from this cake, so. Okay. Simmering basket, instead of a measuring cup on there, so just grab another simmering basket out. This is a TM5 one, but it's can sit on top. So the simmering basket just allows for evaporation. That's why that's sitting on top. So it's 6 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 1.5. All right. So whilst it's doing that, I'm going to over here. There's a little bit more space. I'm going to take you to Cookie Doo. And so I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And I'm going to show you the collection I made. So just thinking, well, have any of you got any suggestions about what we could do with the boiled eggs or the hard-boiled eggs or the chicken or the salmon? Any recipes?
Oh, can't say I do.
All right, I think I wrote a list and I've got them in our collection, so we will have a look at it.
Mm.
Right. So, yeah, let's go into my recipes. Created collections. Oh look, I actually, so I don't have many bookmarks, but I did have to bookmark this because I was so excited about it, because we're going to get chicken stock at the end as well. So, you know, fantastic for soups and everything. So it's absolutely zero waste. And I had to put that one in there. So literally, usually I just have 4 recipes in there: the turmeric latte, the vegetable stock paste, the ghee, and the immune boosting juice, because there's ones, well, I haven't been using those 2 as much at the moment, but I had to remember the dressing for this one because my husband really liked the dressing. He's very fussy about dressing. He'll go out and buy it. So I have to try and find nice dressings that he likes. So that's why that's in there. And I said, I'm very excited about that. So let's go in here and I put the dishes to make from Prep Ahead. Okay, so we've got here these beetroot and avocado eggs, which are actually made before Christmas, but that's you're getting the hard-boiled eggs ready to do that. You can do the wasabi deviled eggs. You can do these tuna deviled eggs. And look, chicken Caesar pasta salad. Well, we're using the chicken and the eggs in there too. But you know, and just having, so we are doing the fast 800 at the moment, sort of easing our way into it with Michael Mosley. And you know, tomorrow's breakfast is going to be a couple of hard-boiled eggs and some asparagus. So so breakfast is done. The red pesto chicken salad. So you can make the pesto. I mean, obviously you can just follow one of these recipes absolutely straight through if you want. But things like this Vietnamese chicken coleslaw, the only thing you're actually cooking is the chicken. So if you've already got it cooked, you know, ready to go, you know, it's my eyes, it's a bonus. The curry chicken salad wraps. So what we're going to do at the end is we're going to shred this chicken up, and that again you can put that in the salad wraps. And what another recipe that'd be really good to go with this is mayo. So if you make the cooked mayo well, whichever mayo you like, or you know, you can add flavorings into your mayo. But you know, you've got you've got sandwich fillings. You know, you've got the egg filling, you've got the chicken filling, and you can obviously put extra bits in your chicken filling. You can do different flavors. You can put some sultanas in there and whatever other bits and pieces you like. So the salmon, asparagus, and potato salad. So I could put my salmon into that. I've got this quinoa salad. If I wanted to use, I'm not using these warm because we're going to have the chicken salad for lunch. I could use the orange couscous, you know, with steamed salad, salmon. I could use it later with the salmon dill muffins. I could put it in a superfood salad. The Nicoise is going to use the salmon and the eggs. And again, that's, I probably have to cook the potatoes. And there's a few more different options here, different salmon things. Here's a cranberry almond chicken salad. So there, you could absolutely use that as a wrap with a lettuce leaf. And the warm chicken peanut noodle salad, that looks really good too. So there's a whole lot of things that you can use this amazing layered dish for. So that's why I'm quite excited about it. I don't know, do you feel excited about it? I think it's great.
Definitely. I'm all about the multi-layer.
Absolutely. Yeah, why not, you know, kill a few birds with one stone is my thoughts. Anyway.
Much less washing up too, Mandy.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh, you can't see. I better stop sharing. All right, coming back because this one just talked to me. So This is our layered thing. Carefully remove the varoma. So remembering when you remove the varoma, always tilt the lid away from you to let any steam out, and you put the lid down on the bench like that. Now I'm going to lift the varoma out. You can see the salmon is looking really lovely. Carefully remove the varoma and stir the chicken in the simmering basket with a spatula. So I'm taking the lid off a bit. I can open up the simmering basket, and I'm just going to give goodness me. I'll tell you what's really surprising. I'll have to pull this out and show you. So I've still got pink bits in there, but some of it's cooked. If I can get this out like this. But what I'm surprised, I suppose I shouldn't be, but there you go. So you always learn new things. But I've got bits of the lemongrass up all around the chicken. So even though, you know, if that was in the stock is bubbling up through, and my chicken is still going to be a bit Asian-y. It's now dripping all over my salmon, but that's pretty cool. All right, so that's had a good stir. Dripped all over my screen as well. Return the varoma to position. Turn the salmon fillets over to ensure even cooking. Okay. Fish slice will probably be a bit easier. As I said, we're just going to have these with a salad. So what I try and do, because it's just the two of us here, I make a lunch that does 2 days and a dinner that does 2 days in the week, which is really good. So I'll tell you which salad I made in a minute. So that one's going in there, back on the top there. That doesn't like it because it's wet. Made it messy. So I'll just dry that off. Better. Secure the varoma lid. 5 minutes, speed 2. Here we go. All right. Now, in the meantime, this syrup, I think that's the right word for the cake, top of the cake, is done. So place the cool cake on. Okay. All right. I'll let them take it out of the tin now. Place the cool cake onto a serving plate. Pierce the cake multiple times using a wooden skewer, and pour the syrup over the cake and allow it to absorb before serving. So that's all ready for later today when I can do that. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's just a syrupy thing there. It smells delicious. So I'll put that aside. And I've now used far more bowls than I thought I was going to use. So I'm just going to quickly wash one of them. This is called getting back into the swing of things. So very, very quick wash. I'm just going to turn out to speed 8. You love the pre-clean, Robin?
I love it.
It's so good, isn't it?
Usually have it on while we're eating dinner. So then when I'm doing the washing up, it's just like a rinse through. And
yes. All right, so that's just that's super quick. So that's 8 seconds. Oh no, 5 seconds rather than 8 minutes. But it's good. All right, so I'm just going to give it a dry, and then actually it's to be super dry for the next thing I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is finish off. As I said, we are having like an Asian. I'll tell you the title in a minute. Actually, you'll find it up on here. What I'm doing with the chicken, the coconut poached chicken salad. Okay. And I need it really dry because the next thing I'm going to do is actually chop up a few peanuts in there. So to make it really dry, I know that's not super dry at the moment, but I'm going to use the old turbo trick again. Because that means that's going to get all the water off from around the blade. So a bit of a dry around here. So, no, not pre-clean. Anyway. Hit my home button again to make sure the lid unlocks. That really dry. I don't know if you can see at all, but there's a little bits of moisture around the outside that actually weren't there before. So it has flicked the moisture off the blades. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a dry. Okie doke. So we're going to go back and find that salad. Okay, so this is the bit we're doing now. It's the raw peanuts. I have no idea I have 80 grams in here. Brown paper bag from the source, so no plastic. But actually, been in there a while. Need to be used. Lid on. 3 seconds. Speed 5. Just touching the screen will stop the noise. Okay. So transfer into a small bowl and set aside. So some of them are quite well chopped and some, so it's just a bit of a mixture. There's some that are more chopped than others. Okay. So this now is just making the dressing really for this salad. Got my ginger, 2.5 centimeters of ginger, 2 long fresh chilies, which I have just actually now started just buying some chilies and sticking them in the freezer, because otherwise I've got to go and get chilies all the time. So I just get them in there and defrost them. 2 kaffir lime leaves, which I'm just going to tear into pieces, it says. Go off the stem. Done that before. Okay. I opened up the window to let some cold air in. I've now got a couple of flies in here. 3 seconds, speed 7. Okay. Scrub down the side of the bowl. Ooh. How does that look, spicy or what? I'm putting my face over that. Okay. I'm actually going to chop again because there was a bit of ginger that was a little bit bigger, and somebody doesn't like a lot of ginger, so I've got to do it very quietly. It's all right when my son was living here because he loves ginger too, but
you've got to hide the vegetables.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The spices. That's better. Oh my goodness, it's incredible. All right, then 60 grams of fish sauce. Alarm workout. Speed back on again. 5 seconds, speed 5. Transfer in a separate bowl and set aside. So it's just literally obviously mixed all that up. It's just a bit of dressing. Okay, so I'm going to scrape this out. I can actually, hang on, think about this now. Yeah, actually, I will put this into something else because I can then shred my chicken in this bowl because this bowl is going to have some of those flavors on it anyway in the salad. So I need to put that into something. Okay. And of course, you can de-seed the chili. This might burn our mouths. Who knows? We'll try it and see. But you can de-seed the chili or put 1 chili in. It says 1 to 2. Be sure. Okay. So that's my dressing. Now I'm going to get these things off here. Aroma. Again, turning away from me. So there's my salmon. See that? That's beautifully cooked. And I said that we'll keep that until tomorrow, have that with our lunch. So I'm just going to put that out the way. But I could just as easily make a salsa verde or something like that and have that, right now to eat. So, all right. So with my taking the simmering basket out, I need the hook on here. There's a little hole in my simmering basket. I can put it in there as a bit of a handle.
Good idea.
Okay. There's my chicken. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip it into the other bowl over here. Okay. I'm just going to see if I can just show you this. It's hard to see. I might have to tip the computer up. There's the stock. So I can, put that, I can freeze it if I'm not going to use it straight away, or I can use it in some sort of Asian style soup. If I'd done the other, normal, garden herbs, then obviously it would be a different type of soup. But there we go, great for an Asian soup. And then I'm going to come back to here. I need a lid. I've just got the chicken in there. I'm just going to get out of this salad because basically I've done the rest of it and I'll show you that in a minute. So cancel the recipe. And I'm going to go on reverse and I'm just going to go to speed 4 for 4 seconds. Shredded chicken.
Wow.
How good's that? I just love that. It's just so easy to do. And you think you can do the same with pork. So if you want your pulled pork, again, you can steam that in your aroma and 4 seconds speed 4 is going to shred it for you. So it's so much easier than 2 forks or anything else. So I can see Robin's impressed. I love it. I love it. All right. I'm going to show you the rest of the salad. I'm not going to put it on straight away because it is a bit warm. I have prepared the rest of it. So I've actually got it in white thermo server. So in here I have all sorts of bits and pieces. I don't have some things because it's getting a bit full, I have to say. So I've got snow peas I've sliced, wombok cabbage, carrot, forgetting the names of all these things. Coriander. It said Vietnamese mint, but I couldn't find it, and I had mint in the fridge. So it's got normal mint, but it's got Thai basil in it as well. And then it does also say to put in, what is it? Bean sprouts. And I do have a bag of those in the freezer. So what I tend to do with bean sprouts now is, because you tend to only need a few, and you seem to always have to buy a bag to use a few of them. I just freeze them and then I'd pull them out and put them in. But Andrew's not very keen on bean sprouts either, so I'm going to do the right thing with that, because you can see those. You can't see the ginger. So basically, that's going to be my salad. When that chicken has cooled down, that is going on. And then I'm going to, well, I think we'll just, because this is going to last us for 2 lunches, we're going to have it today and we're going to have it on Thursday. I'm not going to put the dressing over. We'll each put our own dressing on. We've got the peanuts to go on top. So that is our salad. And the salad that we're actually that we're having tomorrow is the 5-second traffic light salad. I don't know if you guys have come across that. That's incredible. So I'll take that over here. Our cake's still going, so that's not going to finish. Let's go back into cookie dough. Oh, hang on. Sorry, got to share first. Share the screen first. And it'll be in my recipes here somewhere. Under salads. Oops. Salads. Just got to find it. I know it's down here somewhere. I thought that one looked good. Ginger chicken and crunchy noodle salad as well. This is the one that got me into trouble with the ginger. There's a lot of ginger in there. So Taz and I liked it, but didn't go down well. He refused to eat it. Where is it? Down here somewhere. Oh, it's hiding from me. Oh, sure, it's in here. Ah, sure it was in here. Anyway, I'll find it for you because it's really good. There it is. So it's moved sides. 5-second traffic light salad, and literally it's delicious. It doesn't need any extra dressing on it, although I said somebody here likes dressing. So 2 carrots, 200 grams of carrots, 200 grams of red pepper, 200 grams of broccoli, basically an apple, some sunflower seeds, olive oil, lemon juice, honey, Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, all ingredients in the mixing bowl in the order listed, mix 5 seconds, speed 4.5. It's incredible.
Wow.
Anyway, so any questions?
No, that salad looked really good.
It's fantastic. And I'm just so excited about having cooked all those things at once, and now I don't have to, do them all individually. So yeah. So tomorrow night we have actually I'll just stop recording.